It's also interesting to know your opinion about the Chinese market, Chinese sport market. So they already started from this year playing in KHL also. They started to buy a lot of football players. What do you think of the future of this market? Will they expand also probably more teams in KHL, or they try to involve in Champions League? Who knows?
I do a lot of interviews for CCTV in China. They like to reach out to us at Ohio. They like to find the number one program and ask you stuff. But they it's an amazing story. It's the way I kind of like to describe it is China is turning into like a U.S., but in like 1/10 of the time. So this country has gone from being very rural, very simple life to moving into a Western lifestyle like any of us would live, but in a couple of decades. So the population, the last stat I heard, the population of Canada moves from rural to urban in China every year, 30 million people. Like, it's crazy. So these people, so they're evolving as a society, and they want to be, they look up to the Western style of life. And so whether it's marathons or ice hockey or basketball, these things are all great. And there's so many people because the market is so big. Before you know it, soon there's to be 400 million people, so bigger than the United States, of the 1 billion in China living a Western kind of life. And that's, so in 20 years, that'll be 800 million. So they're turning into a consumption culture like we all have. And they're looking for these things to do. And these are establishing, the leagues aren't dumb. They're like whether it's the KHL, the NHL, the NBA. The NBA's been there for years. Like, they're way ahead of the curve. They're looking to be part of that. Marathons, that's one of the things that I do. And they're just exploding. Ironman is now owned by a Chinese company. And they're launching Ironmans all over China, and they're trying to get people to come in. So it's so exciting for sport overall, because you add another market like that, and they embrace these sports. They want to be part of them. Some of them are already part of the Chinese culture, and what they do for diving and table tennis, and their sports continue to grow. It's just all positive. But I think it's a function of a market that's growing in front of our eyes that the United States or Europe did over 200 years. They're doing in 20. So I think that's the function for me. So I think it's fabulous. Yeah.
So thank you, and now we will come to short questions and short answers. I will give you, yeah, probably. Just try to be short, and there is about 10 questions.
Okay.
So if you're ready, we can start.
I'm ready.
So first question is, what do you prefer, NFL, NHL, NBA, or MLB?
NHL.
The best ice hockey player.
Sidney Crosby.
Okay. Playing any sport or go to any event?
Oh. I think the men's 100-meter final at the Olympic Games is the best one I've ever attended.
Your best personal characteristic?
Constitution.
Your worst personal characteristic?
I'm not patient.
What is the most important personal characteristic for a good sport manager?
Persistence.
The best country you ever been?
Canada. It's tough though. A lot of great countries.
Okay. And probably the best sport you advise to practice any child?
Swimming.
So thank you. It was Norm O'Reilly, professor from Ohio University. It was really nice talk. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Yeah. See you guys next week with our new guest.
No, she does not.